Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is a very special early access map tour to a map called GLENLEATHAN by Cavalier Roy. So thank you for sending that over. This is currently out on King Mods, their website, link down below for PC players. The plan is to have this come out for all platforms sometime in here by the end of June or into July. So it could be a little while still. He's still working on finishing it up and getting it over for testing and all that through Giants. But yeah, very well done. So we're going to take a look at a few features on here. There is custom lighting on this map. It also does have Alien Gems cuttable hedges, and this is a Scottish themed map. I should note that as well. And it does have Scottish themed weather. He does recommend you run this in 3 days seasons, or 3 day months, excuse me, 3 day months if you are going to run on here. You will see a lot of rain and snow in the wintertime, so be ready for that. There's the Scottish Geo and Scottish number plates or Scottish license plates for you. But yeah, so if you wanted to download this right now and you're on PC, you can download in the description. But we're going to go ahead and take a look around this map and take a look at some of the features it has. So here we are starting out new farmer mode. I think we're right next to the shop. We sure are. So there we go. If we wanted to go in there and get what we need to get, pop back out. And these guys right here, yeah, so these are the hedges that should be cuttable based on, I think it's with these guys. I think that was maybe that was a different person. I may be just crazy here. But the cuttable fences by Alien Gem, you should be able to go up and actually cut them down with a chainsaw if you'd like to. It's been a while since I've used that feature on a map, but you see these little posts here? Those, not the fence posts here. Here we go, if we go to the other side. These little guys right here, you should be able to come up to these and cut these down with a chainsaw as long as you own the land, and then you can remove the hedges and little trunks through there. So that's something you can do there. Now it looks like here's a repair trigger back here. It also looks like probably the lime station's back here. And we are up over here where we at here. Let's see, lime station right there, yep. And then just across the street, we have the supermarket sell point, which is nice. Let's run back around here. And again, we do have a forklift, which we can use as needed here to move stuff around and do whatever we need to do. And that is quite the populated starting farm. So we'll walk over there in a second and take a look at that. But overall, the map, so I should show you that probably as well. We own a lot of the fields through here. So again, you can see these ones are going to be grass meadows and then 3 arable fields. And then again, we have our main farm area right there. But a really cool map, a lot of good fields on here. And again, it's a Scottish theme, so you guys playing over in the UK might really enjoy this one. I know that JBot is very excited about this, so yes, it looks quite nice. Go across the street here. We have ourselves the supermarket point. There's people walking around. There's going to be cars driving around as well. A lot of stuff going on. This looks like quite the busy supermarket, so there's definitely a lot going on here. Looks really well done, though. You should have a sell point. Yep, there we go. Just back here, if you wanted to sell your products here, you could do that. So there you go. Again, our starting farm is just over there. So let's see if I can't find a way to walk over there. There's a car going on the correct side of the road for them. But for us in the US, a little bit different there. And this track right here, this is going to go straight out to your farm. Out around here. Eventually we'll get there. Eventually. Actually speed us up a little bit there. There we go. Coming into the farmyard here. Here we are. Let's continue going through some things in here first before we get too carried away here. I don't believe there's any custom crops or anything like that. Nope, nothing crazy like that. There are a couple of different changes on here to the geo to make it match more with Scotland. The weather obviously will have some changes to match more with Scotland. Down here, we have nothing custom in terms of products or anything like that, but just all your base game products. We have a lot of equipment starting out. We'll take a look at all of this in the store here in a second. We do start off with $100,000 in new farmer mode, no starting loan. We do have a sheep barn, a cow barn, and a horse pasture, and the cow barn is a feeding robot, which is awesome. So we do start with those. We don't have any animals in them right now. There are contracts in the fields you do not own. We don't have any production chains starting out, and there are 20 collectibles to be found around the map. So a lot of good stuff in there. Let's take a look in the store at our starting equipment, at least as of right now. For small tractors, we're going to have a Massey Ferguson MF6S180 and a Fendt Vario 314. Under medium, we have a John Deere 6250R. Then for harvesters, we have the John Deere T560. We also have a grain header and a corn header to go with that. And we have a header trailer, we sure do. And we have a header trailer to move those around as needed, which makes sense for this map. We do have a pickup truck starting out. We have a Branther TA23071 Power Push Plus trailer. We also have ourselves a big old stone picker, which is nice. And obviously you can sell that if you're not going to do stones. We have a nice mulcher there, a decent sized cultivator. We have ourselves a subsoiler. We have a direct drill seeder here. We also have a planter here. This one is not a direct drill, but just be aware of that. We have a roller here. We have a sprayer setup here with an extra tank, which is nice. We also have a lime and fertilizer spreader there for solid. We have a weeder right there, mechanical weeder. We also have a grassland roller there if we wanted to use that. We have a good mower setup right here, actually. That's a decent mower setup. I know it doesn't look like they're worth a lot right now because they have 21 hours on them, but that's honestly a really good mower setup there to get you started. I'll have a decent tedder in there. We have a nice size windrower. This is actually a really good windrower here. If we go down here, forage wagons, we have a nice forage wagon there. That one actually holds quite a bit. We have a baler, and is this a bale wrapper? This is. It's a bale wrapper here for us. If you want to do some silage bales, you could. We also have a loader to be able to easily transport those wherever you need to go. We have a front loader attachment, a quickie. Then we have a bale spike, which makes sense. Then we have a nice little low loader there if you wanted to haul some stuff around. We already looked at our header trailer. And then for weights, we got a couple of 10-winkle weights in here. We have a pack 1000 and a pack 750. So a lot of starting equipment. If you thought that was too easy for you, obviously you could sell some of it off and remove some money out of your account and do whatever you wanted to do. But here's our cow barn with the feeding robot. So we can open that up in there. You can dump straw in there if you need to. We also have a seed silo. Actually, seeds, mineral feed. Yep, just their standard silo right there. Another silo right here for all your grain crops. Manure pit there. Here's your feeding robot all set up, good to go there. Again, it's got nothing in it because you don't have any animals or anything right now. And again, you can drive through there. It's the base game feeding robot. Cow barn. Plenty of storage sheds on here. Plenty of stuff in storage there. You got the harvester there. We got tractor over there. Seeders, planters, cultivators, all that good stuff hanging around here. This is going to be our sheep here. 2,000 sheep. Actually, I didn't even look at the cow barn, so it might even be modded past what I'm thinking. And is there any... That's a good point, actually, in as well, if I'm in here. There's no mods. Okay, no modded equipment, at least. There might be some modded other stuff on here. How much does this hold? 2,000, yes. Now, other big questions. Can you place these down again if you wanted more? Let's see. Yes, they're in here. 2,000. The capacities are wild, so you can place more of these down. That's awesome. I really like that as a feature. We do have a pallet and bale storage here. We also have a fuel tank right there, which is nice. Right here, we have a fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. Now, also, too, my biggest complaint, and this isn't even about the map. I wish Giants would have allowed you to put liquid herbicide in there as well. I think that would have made some sense. Then we have fertilizer here. You can put fertilizer in there, which also, big complaint. Giants, why can't we put lime in there? But that's just my thing. Anyhow, nothing to do with the map. Map's great. We have our house right there, and we also have our, I believe it's chickens right over here. Or no, sorry, horses. Horses. Standard capacity in the horses there, though. We do have a big bunker silo there. Of course, if you had 1,000 horses, I don't know how you would ride them. You definitely have to use another mod to do all that. And then here's one of our fields there. We got that big grass field there. So you can do a lot of grass work on this map, quite frankly. So there's a lot of good grass work that can be done. Yeah, so what I think we're going to do, where's our truck at? Is it over here in our garage? It probably is. Oh, we have this whole other shed back there that I totally missed. And we have a wardrobe trigger right there. We're going to hop in here. And look at those Scottish plates on there. Scottish license plates, love it. That's actually a really nice color for that truck too. I like that. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna drive out here, and I think we're gonna make kind of a loop around the map. I think that's what we're gonna do. Now that almost looks like another farm there, and so does that one, and so does that down there. So I do want to. So we've seen kind of how the map is now. What I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and purchase all of the land so we make sure we don't miss anything. And again, I probably will still miss stuff. I'm sure that if you have any questions, you can drop them down below. Cavalier Roy will get in there and take a look at them for you and answer those questions if you have them. There we go. We own everything. So yes, definitely more farms on the map than previously saw. Oh, I even missed that one up there at the corner there. So obviously, we're not going to go tour every single farm on the map. We're going to just kind of drive around and take a look at all the main features and stuff like that. But this one has a farmhouse, chickens, pigs, cow pasture as a silo for you, stainless fertilizer tank, bale and pallet storage, sheep barn, fuel tank, horse pasture, so all the stuff you'd ever possibly need. Here, this one has farmhouse, chickens, and then there was something under the chickens right there. Yeah, we have a Karma 16 farm silo there, fuel tank, liquid fertilizer tank, bale and pallet storage, cow barn with feeding robot, manure heap extension, stainless steel fertilizer tank, and sheep barn. And that was, how much was it for that? 202,000. That's a screaming deal for that, for all the stuff you get. This one has a pigsty, farmhouse, chicken coop, liquid fertilizer tank, horse pasture, cow barn with feeding robot. Again, it's probably a screaming deal to get that. Yeah, that's a screaming deal for that. Bale storage. We also have, yeah, stainless steel fertilizer tanks. A lot of the main storages, all that stuff is going to be on all of these guys. Over here, this one has your chickens, Your fuel tank there. You also have a farmhouse as well. Silo, stainless steel fertilizer tank, liquid fertilizer tank, bale and pallet storage, Karma 16, and a cow pasture. So you have a lot of different options in terms of all that. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna head out, just make a big loop, and then I think once we get, oh geez, I'm having some issues with my mouse here. Once we get down here, I think we're gonna try to loop back down, maybe this way, and then head across, and then head up to here and probably wrap up about there, somewhere in that area there. So that's the plan. That is the plan. Let's try to get out of the farmyard here if we can. Did I find the path? I did. Look at that. My detective skills working out for me. But yeah, thank you again, Cavalier Roy, for sending this over to me. This is a beautiful map. Beautiful. Really well detailed. I think a lot of you guys are really going to enjoy this. So make sure you guys check it out. I got to make sure I drive on the correct side of the road here. There we go. All right, we'll head up this way. You can see quite some crazy terrain here. Actually, that grassland equipment would be perfect for in here for the new DLC. This is, look at that health. That's craziness. I love it. But yeah, definitely need some higher horsepower, kind of medium-sized equipment. I think is probably going to be key for this map here. Right here, left-hand side, we have our carpentry manufacturing point right there. Got kind of a nice little kind of village area through here, or housing area. Oh boy, couldn't make that turn very well. And up here, we're now kind of at the top of the map. Left-hand side, you can see kind of off into the distance, there are some trees there. Actually looks like a really nice map edge, because it kind of feels very natural. Like, oh, we passed something. So we'll just throw her into reverse, no big deal. What did we pass right there? It looks like a factory of some kind. It looks like the grain mill, actually, is what we passed. Yep, there we are. So grain mill right there for us. So past that. Apologize for that. But again, we went past our carpentry point there. We have the grain mill here. And then up around the corner, we have the animal dealer, which we'll drive up there and take a look at that. Just kind of out there on the outskirts, on the edge of the map there. And again, if you don't like these fences, or excuse me, these hedges, every single one of them you can remove. You can just go across, easy peasy, remove them all. No big deal. They do have collisions on them, because if you're going to have removable hedges, it doesn't make sense for them not to have collisions on them, because if you could just drive through them anyways, why would you ever bother removing them? So that's the point of that, which I agree with. I think that's a good point there to be made. You see that edge looks actually really nice. It looks like the map continues out there. I'm bouncing off the hedges now, though. And even like just the animal dealer and stuff like this, like up here, you may not spend a lot of time up here, but it's still really well detailed. You have your animal dealer point right there, and then you have your sell point for the animal dealer right around the corner there. Should be able, oh geez. Having all sorts of driving issues. You should be able to drive just out and about this way. There we go, head out this way. We'll go back down to the main road here and continue on our tour. We will do a flyover at the very end, just so you can kind of get a nice aerial perspective of what's going on the map. Whew, it's craziness. There we go. Again, there are some large hills on here, so definitely some of this is going to be pretty rough terrain for some of you guys, but it does have a really nice feel to it. Nice, kind of pretty steep rolling hills. Honestly, there's farmers that farm on way worse hills in my area where I live, but I'm sure some of you will live in parts of the world or parts of the U.S. that are very similar to that, where there's some crazy hills people have to farm on. But yeah, they still do it. And this would be perfect though for a lot of new grassland equipment, I think, quite honestly. So I think this is the Ham Forge pack would fit really well onto here, I think. And down here at the far end of the map, we have a BJ on the left-hand side, which we should actually, since we bought the land. Oh, we don't own it, so we have to still go in there. Even though we own the land it's on, we still have to go in there and purchase the BJ itself. The land it's on, how much is that? Maybe if I can select it. Maybe it's not land you're able to buy. Could be crazy here. There we go. Maybe that's part of it. Might be part of... I can't get it to select. I don't know what it's for. Anyhow, you may not actually have to buy the land, but you do have to go in there and buy the BGA. Then we also have the exports sell point right here on the right-hand side. We got that guy right there for you. And again, the cuttable hedges are everywhere. Everything's a cuttable hedge, and that actually is a really nice edge to the map as well, because that literally is the border of the map, but it doesn't seem like seem like it when you're driving on the map. All right. I think we can... Is there a path there? There's a path that goes down to that farm. I think we can take this down. Next chunk of the fields down here. So yeah, we'll take this down all the way down to the very bottom. We're just going to bypass the farm. We'll take a look at it when we do a flyover a little bit more. But yeah, we're just going to bypass it for now. Just use this as kind of a cut through to get us down. I think this will actually take us closer to where we want to go. We go across and then down here. I think this will help us a little bit more. You can see some nice little dirt roads and stuff in between the fields. And again, you could clear all this out and open all this up if you wanted to. So you can get rid of all the edges. Yeah, this is much closer to where we're going to want to end up. Yeah, straight ahead here. Perfect. And again, right now we own all the fields because I bought them all, but obviously that won't be the case when you start out in here. Okay, back to a main road. And what do we have up? Oh, there's a post right there. But what do we have up in here is what I wanted to say. We have ourselves, what do we got down here? Oil mill and cereal factory. So those guys right in here. And that looks like you could keep going in there, but that is the edge of the map. So again, very well disguised edge of the map right there. So I like that. Yeah, oil mill and cereal factory just in there for you if you wanted to do those productions. That's where they're at. Back on the main road here and drive up this way. And it feels like kind of country roads because there's not like heavy traffic out here, but you just kind of run into the occasional car here and there. So not too much traffic, which is kind of nice. It's less infuriating, that's for sure. All right, and then up here, sugar mill right there if you wanted to use that. And we do have quite a bit of stuff going on in here. Let's drive up into here. Oh, this is a farm. That's why there's quite a bit of stuff going on up here. I was like, there's a lot of icons on the map there. But that's because it is a farm. We're gonna head back out of here. Yeah, it's also kind of nice. You have several farmyards you could choose to kind of work with or start with if you went here in farm manager mode or whatever the case may be. You can kind of pick how you want to start or where you want to start and build your farm however you want. So kind of a nice feature. I like that. Left-hand side here, we have the spinnery. Pass that spinnery by here. All right, and then in terms of what else we have left, we're going to head down to that bottom corner, take a look at some of that stuff down there. There's also a farm down there, and then we're going to kind of start heading back up towards our starting farm, and then we'll finish out with a flyover. So, should all be good. All be good. But again, cannot thank you enough, Cavalier Roy, for, I feel honored to be on your map right now. So, thank you for that before it gets released to the mod hub. We got ourselves our sawmill down here. Nice big old sawmill area. So if you wanted to do some forestry work, obviously you could easily do that. Back up here. Plenty of trees down here too as well. Left-hand side there, we have ourselves a bakery. And then up through there, you can see kind of that farm that's up through there, which is actually looks really cool. Looking in there, you see that farm's that's back there, kind of nestled back there. So I like that. That looks pretty cool, actually. And these areas are super well detailed as well, with just trees and bushes and all that good stuff. So everything through here looks really nice where people are living. People walking around, doing their thing. And here we have the dairy on the left-hand side there. So again, this map has pretty much all the productions you could ever use. A fuel point there. And we also have ourselves, what is this one? This is the tailor shop is what it's going to be. We have dairy back there, fuel shop, tailor shop, and then we have the grape processing unit right there. So if you wanted to do some grapes or whatever the case may be, you could do that pretty easily. So there you go. And that is basically the whole map there. So let's hop into flight mode and take a look around a little bit more. So there you go. And I got to go take a look at this. Nice nestled back here. This is probably one of my favorite farms just because it's kind of nestled back here in the back here. So beautiful farm back here. Got everything you could ever need back here as well. So that looks fantastic. I love that. Nice forestry area through here. Got the sawmill there. We fly over here. Got big old fields through here. And again, not super worker friendly until you get rid of those hedges. Then they'll be pretty worker friendly. So just something to note there. But again, if you did the edges, your workers would be able to do everything else just fine. Kind of a smaller farm here right next to kind of this housing through here. And down here again, you can see the edge is right along here, but all this stuff kind of feels like it's in the map a little bit when you're down there. But cereal factory and oil mill down there for you. And there are some huge fields on this map as well. Some huge fields, some small fields, kind of fields for every size. So you're pretty much set and good to go there. Okay, our starting farm's way over there. Yeah, okay. So, but we have another farm right here. You can see they got a little bit of grass for their pastures there and everything like that. So nice little farm setup. You got the BGA here. We have the export sell point. Up here in the corner, we have another farm setup, good to go for us. So there you go, depending on what you're looking for. Over here, again, we have our animal dealer here, which is really well blended, again, to the map, I think, at the edge there. Counter area through here, you got your grain mill there. You have yourselves your, oh gosh, the carpentry there? Yeah, carpentry down there. More fields through here. Starting farm right here, and again, you own a lot of the fields around it, so you own these 3 fields and these ones through here, which is great. Yeah, really well set up there. So there you go. You got the starting shot and everything like that. So again, thank you again, Cavalier Roy. Could not thank you enough. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching.